We are having a combined World Championships of youth and experience this year. We've had some fantastic lifting so far. We're into day 3. And this afternoon, we bring you the Masters 2 men. We have all the weight classes. We're going to run 2 groups back to back. The first group will be all the weight classes up to the 105 kilo class. And then we'll have the 120 and the 120 plus class lifting in Group B. We have some very familiar faces in this group. We have a lot of lifters who have been on the circuit for a very long time. My name's Jo Whiteley. I will be commenting on this session and all the rest of the sessions this week. Had some fantastic lifting this morning with the lightweight junior and sub-junior men. So lots of record attempts, some successful, some not so successful. So we have the 66 kilo, 74 kilo, 83 kilo, 93 kilo and 105 kilo classes running in the first group. So lots of different classes to keep track of. I'll try and keep you up to speed with who is in which class and where the competition is. Looks like some quite close competition in some of the classes today. I think we are ready to go. Vidmantas Baublis from Lithuania is going to start us off. He's a 74 kilo lifter. All the lifters in this session will be M2. M2 age category is 50 to 59 years old. Vidmantas Baublis coming out for 145 kilos. Only been lifting for 6 years. Not all of the masters lifters have been around for decades since they were open class. Powerlifting is a sport where some people do come into it quite late in life. Very nice control there. And he's on the board. This is the equipped World Championships, so he is wearing knee wraps and a squat suit, both of which will resist your attempts to lower yourself to depth in squat, but then give you lots of assistance to stand up again. Pete Pyle now, often to be seen in the referee's chair. Today he is on the platform. Also 74 kilo class. Looking for 160 for his opener. Nice and deep. Easy opener, very nice. Here's Lewis Knoppers, very familiar face, lifts both classic and equipped. Been lifting on the international circuit for a good 20 years. Has been world champion, world masters champion in both classic and equipped. Lifting in the 66 kilo class. Little bit shaky at the bottom of the squat. Got a red light from one of the referees. Yellow card could be one of several failures. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Morten Sorig next
Denmark has got Louis
in
Knoppers
the
and
105s.
no lift for Louis Knoppers.
Louis Knopper's lift has been overturned. I'm not absolutely sure why.
Morten Sorig, Denmark.
But here's Morten Sorig.
Morten Sorig, Denmark. 225 kilos.
Very controlled to just above parallel and then dips in
And we have a push lift for
for
Morten
3 white
Sorig.
lights. Took the silver medal this year at the European Masters.
Setting the bar ready for Alinbek Rakimov from Kyrgyzstan. The bar is loaded 240 kilograms on the
Alinbek
bar.
Rakimov
Alinbek
next from
Rakimov,
Kyrgyzstan. Was World Masters champion in 2019, which I think is the last time this competition ran. Obviously, so much was cancelled in 2020. Easy weight. Alinbek is in the 83 kilo class. He has 2 red lights,
no lift for
one for depth and one for lockout.
setting the bar ready now at 200
So I
kilograms
think the
on the
centre
bar.
referee is indicating that he didn't lock his knees at the top of the squat. You have to return the weight to the top and be fully locked out. Hastic Vladan from
Bar is
Serbia
loaded for Hansen
in the
Vladan from
105s.
Serbia.
He's coming out for 260.
260 kilograms on the bar.
Oh, that's a bit of effort. Not as easy as you'd like your opener to
Good
be,
lift for Hansen
but a
Vladan.
successful lift.
Good lift, 260
On the
kilograms.
board and provisionally
Setting the
in
bar
top
now
spot
at
in the
275
105s.
kilograms for Marioshner. He comes from Germany.
Effort showing on his face there. Marioshner
The bar is loaded for Germany's Marioshner.
also in the 105s. Coming out for 265. This will pop him up into top spot above the Serbian lifter. Looked like good depth. Kept his position well.
Marioshner on the bar.
Controlled the
Good
weight.
lift.
Oh, I do apologise. It looks like he had 1 red
For
light
Hansen.
for depth.
In
Let's
the
watch that back from the side.
275 kilograms on the bar for Kim Dahl Hansen from Denmark. The bar is loaded
Kim
for
Hansen
Kim
next.
Dahl Hansen. 275 kilos.
Current European champion.
They are for Denmark, Kim Dahl Hansen.
competing today in the 93 kilo class. Sometimes he competes 105. Today he's in the 93s. Five red plates on either side. What's happening? I'm not sure. Some confusion? The clock isn't running. I'm not entirely sure what the confusion was, but he is being given this attempt. I think he misheard the referee. At any rate, here he is for his opener, 275. It's a big weight to have had on his back that long. And yes, it's a difficult squat. He seemed a little bit off balance as well. And he's got all the failures. One for depth, one for lockout, one for... There we go, didn't get to see that again. I wonder if the bar dipped a little bit. The failure card for the squat downward movement used to be yellow, now it's blue. At any rate, we are into the second round of squats now. We have 3 lifters still to make a successful attempt. But here's Vidmantas Bablis from Lithuania. Very high bar position, narrow stance.
We have a blue sheet for
3 white lights.
Lithuania at 155 kilograms. Setting the bar now at 175
Very quad
kilograms.
dominant squat.
From Estonia.
Pete Powell next in the same class. Looking for 175. He has 1 rack in. As with the new Eleiko racks, it's so easy to make those adjustments. You can see one of the levers on the side is up, one is down. Very quick into the hole and very quick up again. Good lift. And he's 20 kilos in the lead in the 74s now. Okay, we have Lewis Knoppers. He's retaking his opener. He had his first squat turned down. So here we go again, 210. Very experienced competitor. This won't have thrown him. And he made short work of that. Once again, he got 1 red light, yellow card. Just watch that back. The depth looks good. And certainly the weight presented no real difficulty for him. Alinbek Rakimov next. Didn't make his first. Needs to take it just a little bit deeper. Retaking the same weight at 240. Did look a little deeper. Was it enough? It was. 3 white lights and he is on the board.
From Kyrgyzstan, 240 kilograms. Moving up to 245 kilograms
Sits down into it,
for
and that's a good lift.
The bar is loaded for Morten Sorik, Denmark.
245 now for Morten Sorik.
Kilograms. On his first attempt, he succeeded 225. Raise the bar now with 20 kilos. Morten Sorik, Denmark.
So the clock is ticking. You only get 60 seconds once the bar loaded is called. However, it's difficult to get the timing right. You don't want your lifter standing around for too long in knee wraps with their legs going numb. But equally, you don't want to leave them rushed on the platform. Does not look like he's going to come out for this. Maybe he thought he only had one more attempt in him, so he's giving himself a rest. And he's going to come out for his third. He's timed out, so we will go around to the next lifter, Hatchik Vladan from Serbia.
Switching up 270 kilograms on the bar for Hasechik Vladan from Serbia. The bar is loaded for Hasechik Vladan, Serbia.
Here comes Tuk 260 for his opener. He's going to match his current PB with 270 next.
Vladan Hasechik, Serbia.
Comes up very nicely, but wasn't quite deep enough. I think he stopped just shy of parallel. Yeah, didn't quite make it far enough down. Kim Hansen next. Retaking his opener.
Hansen from Denmark. 275 kilograms on his second attempt after failing the first one.
£93 class. Needs to sink it. And come up strong. That looked like a bit of a struggle. But it's a good lift and he's on the board. Everyone has a lift in now. We aren't leaving any lifters behind. Has quite long femurs and he squats with a very upright shin, so he has to sit quite a long way back into that squat. Marioshner. Leading the pack in the 105s. taken quite a big jump from his opener, 265 to 282.5. Looks comfortable at that weight. 2 to 1, a good lift.
282.5 kilograms. Moving on to the third series of events, the last one.
And we're round to the third round of squats. Everyone's on the board.
From Ukraine, the bar is loaded.
Vidmantas Bablis is coming out for his third squat in the 74s. This won't move him up. He's in silver medal position. Can't catch Pete Pal in first. Not in squat anyway. Settles himself, gets the command. Pressing into the knee Felt like quite a well-judged third attempt. 3 white lights. See the coach on his hands and knees, just checking depth. Pete Pal out next in the same class. Already has the gold medal in squats, but he's looking to extend his lead going into the rest of the competition. Nice. Very accomplished. And that's a great performance. All 3 lifts in. And a gold medal in squat. Okay, here comes Lewis Knoppers. 66 kilo lifter. Looking for 222.5. Clock is ticking. 20 seconds to go, but he must have his wrist wraps on before he can get past the TC. There's no way he's getting out for this. He's just leaving his wrist wrap behind. He's going to have to be very, very quick to get the start command. He can't do it. Must have just been a little bit delayed getting his knee wraps on, and then couldn't quite get to the platform quickly enough. He's on the board. That leaves him with the best of 210. But here's Alimbek Rakimov in the 83 kilo class. Retook his opener for 240. He has asked for 260 for his final squat attempt. Good depth, good ascents. The centre referee wasn't very happy with his lockout. He didn't seem to be quite upright, but that's a good lift nonetheless. Morten Sorig next. 262. This will move him up to silver medal position on squat.
He's training even bigger. 262.5 for Morten Sorig, Denmark.
Missed 245. He's going straight to 262.5. Very carefully down and very slow up. I think he's managed to lock it out. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. A good lift and right on the very edge of limit of his strength. So that's moved up to silver medal. However, I'll just watch that back. It was quite the grind. It was very controlled, kept his position very well, and then had to fight it all the way up. Great battle. However, the Serbian lifter would like to respond with 270 to take that silver medal position back.
270 should bring him a silver medal. Hansen, Serbia.
Didn't manage this on his second attempt. What do we think of this one? 3 white lights and the silver medal. He's happy with that. Pushed Sorig back down into bronze medal position.
Confirmation of the gold medal.
Next up, Marioshner, also in the 105s. Already has the gold on squat.
Marioshner from Germany.
Looking to extend his total.
Around his neck.
No. Didn't quite make it. I don't think he quite got to depth either. But still, that leaves him with the best of 282.5 and a chunky lead going into bench.
7.5 kilograms. He comes from Denmark and the
307.5 now for Kim Hansen. This is a big jump. He had to retake his opener though, so I wonder if this is his planned third.
307.5.
Bringing some fire. He's just moved up to the M2s this year. No. No lift, but he's alone in class and he's got one on the board. So he's ready to go into the next round of competition. I think squats just didn't quite gel for him today. Starts to come up and the weight is just too much. So we go straight into group 2 now. These are the 120s and the 120 plus.
There's two spots.
Radoy Avram is going to kick us off with 190.
The bar is loaded.
He's in the super heavyweight category, 120 plus. Took the silver medal at the European Masters this year.
Avram Radoy from Romania. 90 kilograms on the bar.
Seemed to have a little bit of difficulty there getting down. I don't think that was as far down as he needed to go. But he seemed to lose his way a little bit.
We have a no win for Avram Radoy.
Let's just see that back again on the replay. Got so far, and then his knees come out and his position shifts. I wonder whether he just abandoned that attempt. He knew he'd made a mistake. Thought, you know what? Let's not waste energy. Let's go again. I'm sure he'll be fine next time around. Rimantas Simakatis from Lithuania. He's in the 120s.
The bar is loaded for Rimantas Simokatis.
Opening with 200 kilos. Having a little dance with the bar before he gets under it. Coach is down on his hands and knees to check depth. But I think depth is fine, and that looked very easy indeed. I hope he'll put quite a lot on his next attempt.
200 kilograms on the bar. 200
Sat back into the hole,
on the bar for
came straight back up.
Romania.
Lucian Otoyu,
Loaded 230 kilograms.
also in the 120s. Looking for 220. Silver medalist at the European Masters this year. Quite wide stance on squat, 3 white lights.
Ronnie Anderson from Norway, 260 kilograms on the bar.
Ronnie Anderson from Norway. He is in the super heavyweights and he is opening at 260.
Ronnie Anderson, Norway.
He is the most recent world champion. I don't know if you can still call him the reigning world champion from 2019. Maybe you can. Maybe he's been the reigning world champion for a very long time. 260 on the bar. Opening attempt. Controls the descent very well. Quick drop into the bottom of the squat. Not far enough according to the centre referee. But the side refs were happy with the depth.
265 kilograms for Wim Wamsticker from.
Very difficult to judge from the front, especially with the bigger lifters.
The bar is loaded for Wim Wamsticker, Netherlands.
Here comes Wim Wamsteker, also in the super heavyweights. Opening his account with 265. Been lifting internationally since he was a junior. Current European champion. One of many, many titles he's won over the years. And you can see why. That was very easy.
Good lift for Willy van Stengelen from Netherlands at 265 kilograms. Setting the bar now at
Very nice squat.
270 kilograms for Zoltan Kanat from the Czech Republic. The bar is loaded.
Zoltan Kanat next in the 120s. 270. Opening higher than some of the 120 plus lifters. Current European Masters champion. Been lifting for 30 years. And you can see the experience showing there with that excellent squat. That puts him straight into top spot in the 120s. Valentin Patru next. Bronze medalist at the World Masters in 2019, the last one. Taking a very wide grip. .270 on the bar. Controls the weight very well. He was quite a long time pressing into the bottom of the squat. Centre referee has given him a blue card for lockout. Goes down, gets there. I think I'll just squeeze a little bit further in just in case. And I think he was right to do so. And that's where that leaves us. Patru at the top of the super heavyweights with that huge squat. And we're into the second round of squats with Radoj Avram from Romania. Did not get this on this first attempt. I'm sure he'll be fine this time. I think he made a little bit of a mistake, maybe just nerves. I think he's quite new to international lifting. I think his coach was still calling him down then when he came up. And yeah, he's red for depth from the front and not sure what it was for from the side. So he's under pressure now. He has one attempt left to make a squat. Mimantas Simakatis next. Very light in class. He has weighed in at 105.4. So only just into the 120 kilo class. Nevertheless, he would like to move up to silver medal place in the squats. And this will do it for him. Sets his stance, looks up. Very nice indeed. His face looks like he's not too happy. I'm not sure whether he's limping a bit there or just wearing knee wraps. But the squat itself looked very nice indeed. Otoye from Romania in the same class, the 120s. And he's looking to regain the silver medal position with 230. I'm not certain of the depth on that one. Let's see what the referees think. They're in a much better place to see than I am. And they think it was absolutely fine. 3 white lights. So that gives him back the silver medal.
72.5 kilograms on the bar for Ronnie Anderson coming from Norway.
Ronnie Anderson next in the super heavyweights, 272.5. This will move him up temporarily into gold medal position on squat. Looks like we've got quite a tight battle in the 120s. In the 120 plus, I'm sorry. All the way down and then dips in. That's a great lift. A lot of equipped lifters use this style. It's quite painful to press against the equipment. That squat suit and the knee wraps are doing everything they can to prevent you going all the way to depth. So you get close to it and then just press in and get that stretch reflex out and also the assistance of the equipment. Wamsteker from the Netherlands. 277.5. This will move him up above the Norwegian into gold medal position. Looks like we're going to change positions on every lift in the super heavyweights. Look at that, he handles that weight with ease. Up into provisional gold medal position.
285 kilograms on the bar for Romania.
Patru next from Romania. He is coming out to retake the gold with 285. Had to do some work to bring that up. It was worthwhile though, 3 white lights, and he's back up into gold medal position. Squeezes down into it. 290 now for Zoltan Kanat from Czechia. This representing a 10 kilo personal best. I don't think anyone can touch him for the squat gold. He is way out ahead. Beautiful. 2-1. Not entirely sure what the fail was for. So we go into the third round of squats with Kanat leading the way in the 120s and Patru in the 120 plus. Patru has now scratched his third attempt. We have two lifters that have scratched actually. But first, here is Avram. He needs this to stay in the competition. Seems to be just having a difficult time. No, I would not like to call that. But the referees say it's good. Fantastic. He is in the competition and he can make a total. It may not be the total that he was initially looking for, but at least he is still in the game. Great. It really does take nerves of steel to come out for your third squat with nothing on the board. 240 next for Lucian Otoiu from Romania. The Lithuanian in this class declined to contest this squat any further. I think he's guaranteed the silver medal on squat. That's a no lift. Insufficient depth from the centre referee. Doesn't change the position though, he still has the silver. And now we have the Dutch lifter in the super heavyweights. Coming out for 282.5. He has the silver medal, this won't move him up. Has had less time to recover than he would probably like. It's quite a small group and one of the lifters did scratch. Looked comfortable though. 3 white lights and provisionally the silver medal on squat. However, Ronnie Anderson is making a spirited bid for the squat gold. Patru declined to take a third attempt, but Ronnie Anderson thinks he can also squat 285 and then take the squat gold because he is lighter in body weight. Don't forget you can follow the scoreboard on goodlift.info. Often hard to follow a powerlifting competition if you don't have access to the score sheet. But here we go, 285. This is for the squat gold. Looked nice. 2-1, good lift, and the gold medal in squat for Ronnie Anderson. Dips in, very strong. Speaking of strong, here's the 120 kilo lifter, squatting more than any of the super heavyweights. He has successfully squatted 290. He's going to have a go at 300. All the way down. He's fighting up through it. I think he's got it. And the referees do too. 300 kilos for Zoltan Kanat and the squat gold medal. That gives him a nice advantage going into the rest of the competition. Okay, we will take a short break now. I think we have 10 minutes before we will be back here for bench press. Welcome back to the Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped World Championships. We have the Masters 2 men lifting today. We had squat just now and we saw some excellent lifting. Experiences really showing for these lifters. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Eleiko, manufacturers of the best platform equipment in the world. We have the combo rack and the bar and the weights and the platform in use today, and we're grateful for those. And also to SBD, the supportive equipment and apparel manufacturer relied on by world-class strength athletes. So we have two groups running today. The 66, 74, 83, 93 and 105 kilo classes are all in this group. And then we have the 120 and 120 plus lifters in group 2. All of these lifters are M2. That's the Masters 2 category, age 50 to 59. So we're ready to go now. We're loading the bar up for Lewis Knoppers. Struggled a little bit on squat.
Getting the bar ready now for
Only got one
Louis
squat in.
Knoppers from Canada.
And he is opening
105
his bench
kilograms.
at 105.
The bar is loaded
Oh, this is Pete Pal, I'm sorry.
for Louis Knoppers, Canada.
No, I'm sorry, it is Lewis Knoppers. I was confused by some graphics that went past quickly. Lewis Knoppers,
Louis Knoppers, Canada. 105 kilograms.
105. Good lift on the board.
That was good lift for Mr. Louis
And then
Knoppers.
we go round to Pete
Now
Pal
he's at the same weight,
from
105
Estonia.
kilograms from Norway, Estonia. The bar is loaded.
Took the gold medal in squat.
105 kilograms.
That certainly gave him no trouble. Very easy opener.
Estonia, 105 kilos.
Seemed to have no resistance at all from that shirt, but a strong press nevertheless. Vidmantas Baublis next. In the same class, 74 kilo. He is looking for 115 for his opener. Nice bench.
Good lift for Vidmantas Baublis, 320.
Puts him into the lead on bench press and allows him to catch up a little bit at subtotal. A little bit behind on squat.
From Kyrgyzstan, 140 kilograms.
Alimbek Rakimov, 83 kilo class.
For Alimbek Rakimov.
Had a shaky start, failed his opening squat, but came back strong. Opening his bench at 140. Nice easy touch and an easy press.
And we have a good lift for Alimbek Rakimov
Good
from
lift for Alimbek.
Kyrgyzstan. Setting the bar now
Kept his chest nice and high.
87 kilograms
Pressed out strongly.
for Hasechik Vladan,
Hasechik Vladan next from Serbia.
Serbia.
He's in the 105 kilo class. Took the silver medal on squat.
170 kilograms for Hasechik Vladan, Serbia.
Looking for 170 kilos. for his opening attempt. He's hit the rack on the way up. Now that isn't a fail in and of itself,
No lift for Hansen.
however.
No lift for Serbia. And
Maybe just needs to be a little further down the
the
bench.
bar is now at 175 kilograms for Kim Dahl Hansen,
Yeah, he
Denmark.
clipped the rack on his way up.
The bar is loaded. Kim Dahl Hansen, Denmark. 175.
Okay, I'm sure he can get that on his next attempt. It was it was quite easy. Kim Hansen of Denmark. 3 red plates on the bar, 175. Taking the bar with his feet still on the bench. Getting some resistance from the shirt, but getting a nice touch anyway.
Good lift for Kim Dahl Hansen, Denmark.
One red light, I wonder if that was also for hitting the rack.
175 kilos for Morten Sodik, Denmark. The bar is loaded. Morten Sodik, Denmark.
Didn't seem to have a change in elected position. Nevertheless, here comes Morten Sorig. Also looking for 175 for his opener. Got a nice touch. Relatively comfortable press.
Good lift for Morten Sodik,
He got
175.
a red from the centre referee. Sometimes when you get a yellow card from the centre referee and no one else, it's because your head came up. That's very difficult for the side referees to see.
For Marioshner, the bar is loaded.
Marioshner took the gold on squat,
Marioshner for
and he
Denmark.
is opening the heaviest in his class at 187.5. Very low touch position.
Good lift for
Strong press
Morten
out.
Sodik. 187.5 kilograms. Going to the third round or second round of attempts.
That puts him into gold medal position in the 105s.
145 kilograms for Mr. Louis Knoppers from Canada.
And we're into round 2. Here comes Lewis
175
Knoppers. He's only put 2.5 kilos on his bench, 107.5. Taking quite conservative attempts
Louis
today.
Knoppers, 107.5 kilograms. You have less than 30 seconds.
It looks like he's not coming out for this, with only 20 seconds to go. So let's take a moment to admire that beautiful Eleiko rack. The brand new rack has the levers on the side to adjust racks in and racks out, and the bench has a beautiful sticky pad just where your shoulders go. And it's not a covering either, it's a solid piece. There we go, you can see it clearly in that shot. It's a solid piece, so it won't wear out quickly. It will keep that sticky property all the way through. Okay, Lewis has timed out. Maybe he will come out for a third, maybe he won't. But we are round now to Pete Powell.
Estonia, 150 kilograms.
Opened at 105.
The bar is loaded for Estonia.
Looking for 115 next. This won't move him up. He is heavier in body weight than Bowbliss. In fact, Bowbliss is only just into class, 67.4. Looked strong.
And we have good lift for
And that's a good lift.
Estonia, 150 kilograms. Setting the bar at 122.5 kilograms for Didmantas Boblis from Ukraine. The bar is loaded.
But Bowbliss is here now to counter with 122.5. His opener looked very good. Let's see what he can do. Had some difficulty getting down to the chest, but no difficulty getting it to arm's length. Great bench. Seemed to just stall a little bit and then drop. Rakimov next for 150.
150 kilograms on the bar. For Kyrgyzstan, the bar is loaded.
He's alone in the 83s, so he is running his own race today. I hadn't noticed actually, he's not wearing a bench shirt. That took me a while to spot. So he is benching completely raw.
170 kilograms on the bar. Vladan, Serbia.
Here comes Vladan.
The bar is loaded.
Didn't make his opener of 170. But hopefully he will get it this time.
170. Now here he goes again.
Nice controlled descent, good touch. Should be fine, I hope. 2-1, he is on the board.
Hansen up next from Denmark. 182.5.
Feet moved a small amount, but you are allowed some lateral movement as long as they don't lift. Kim Hansen opened at 175. Going to attempt 182.5. He's in the 93 kilo class.
Denmark, the bar is loaded 182.5.
Wearing a bench belt, wider at the front than the back. Thinner at the back to not restrict your arch in the bench, but gives you more coverage to keep your shirt down at the front. Nice touch. No drama at all.
No lift
Oh,
for
there was some
Denmark.
drama.
So for Denmark, no lift at 182.5.
Red lights. Let's just
Setting the bar now at
watch the
170
replay back,
kilograms
see if we
on
can
the bar.
pick up what that was for.
Storing. He comes from Denmark. The bar is loaded for Morten Storing. The bar is
Okay, I couldn't see anything from the replay, so I wonder if he missed a command. I have my headphones on. It's not always easy to hear the referee's command, so maybe he just went ahead of that. Sorig for 187.5.
no lift for
No,
Storing. No lift for Denmark.
no lift.
188.5 kilograms. Moving up, 195 kilograms on the bar for
Oh,
Marioshner.
look, bum came off.
The bar is loaded for Marioshner.
So, no lift for Sorig. Marioshner next. 195. He took the gold in squat. He is in gold medal position on bench. And I think if he makes this lift, I don't think anyone will really catch him. Well, he pressed it. No.
For Marioshner.
I wonder if that was downward
185
movement.
kilos. No lift.
See the replay.
Moving on, the third and last series of attempts.
Bar goes up.
Lewis Knoppers for
Maybe it
185
dipped a little bit.
115 kilograms after he failed 107
Camera
kilograms
angles are often
in the
very
previous
difficult to
round.
see this sort of thing. So, not very successful second round of bench. Only 3 out of the 8 lifts were successful. One lifter not on the board yet, Vladan. He gets one more attempt. Lewis Knoppers. He did not come out for 107.5. He has asked for
Moving on,
115 to be
Marioshner
put on the
finished
bar.
195 kilograms. Good lift for Germany. Good lift for Marioshner. Now
Okay,
on
there
to
has been
Lewis Knoppers
an
at
intervention, and
150
the
kilograms.
lift for Marioshner was a good lift.
Let's encourage Lewis Knoppers as he failed the second attempt and
But here's
still
Lewis
has two
Knoppers.
more. Give it up
Gave
for
himself more
Lewis
recovery time by
Knoppers
not coming
at
out for his second.
150
This is
kilograms.
115. That looked quite easy.
And we have a good lift for Lewis Knoppers at
Good lift for Lewis.
115 kilograms. Moving on, 125 kilograms on the bar for Vidmantas Baulis from Lithuania. The bar is loaded for Vidmantas Baulis, Lithuania.
Vidmantas Biblis,
Good
Lithuania.
lift so far for the Lithuanians.
He is sitting in gold medal position in bench so far.
Now trying 125 kilograms.
Both lifters in this class have called for the same weight.
Lithuania.
But Vidmantas is the lighter lifter, so if he makes this, he has the gold medal in bench press. Took a while to get the press command there because it was bouncing on his chest, but it was a strong bench. Excellent. So that's a gold medal for him in bench.
The same weight on the bar for Pitfall, Estonia. The bar is
So it was just
loaded
bouncing
at
around there
100
until it's still on the chest. You won't get the press command from the referee. Here is Peep, same class, same weight. However, he will have to be happy with the silver medal. It's a battle, but I think it's a battle he's won. No. Downward movement.
no lift for Pitfall from Estonia. Setting the bar now at 107.
Yeah, there it was. You saw the bar dip.
The bar is loaded for Alimbek Rafimov, Kyrgyzstan.
So, Alinbek next. Looking for 160. Successful lift. I thought he touched down way too high there. Ah.
No lift for
So what happened?
Rafimov, Kyrgyzstan.
Bum was right off the bench.
Setting the bar
Okay,
now
so
for
that was a no lift.
Alinbek at 170
Now we have
kilograms.
Vladan. He needs this lift to stay in the competition.
Loaded. Haseki
Failed
Vladan
it twice so far.
failed his first two attempts. Let's give it up now for Haseki Vladan, Serbia. 170 kilos on the bar.
Pressure is on him now. Gets the command. Well, it looks good. It looks good. And he's got it 2-1. Fantastic.
Vladan, Serbia, good lift at 170 kilograms.
He's on the board. He can make a total. Great.
Setting the bar ready now at 182 kilograms for
Kim Hansen next.
Hansen. The bar is loaded. Kim Dahl Hansen, Denmark. Failed 182.5 on his second attempt. There he goes again for the third and last attempt. 182.5 kilograms. Give it up from Kim Dahl
Looks
Hansen,
fired up.
Denmark.
Gets the touch. Explodes up. And that looked great. 2-1. Good lift.
Kim Dahl Hansen, Denmark. 182.5 kilograms. Moving up 190 kilograms on the bar for Morten Soring, Denmark. The bar is loaded. He failed 187.5 on his previous
Yeah,
attempt.
looked good to me.
Now he's going for
Surik next. He failed his 187.5. He has elected to go for 190. He can't quite catch Marioshner, who's already benched 195. This is about building a total. Ooh, did he quite lock out his right arm? He did. Fantastic. 190 kilos, successful bench press for Sorig.
on the bar for Marioshner from Germany.
That gave him the silver medal on bench.
And the bar is loading for Marioshner.
Here comes Mario. He is looking for 205 in the 105 kilo M2 class. And it looked strong, but did that bar dip? He got the pop off the chest. It went all the way up, and the referees say it was a good lift. Fantastic. That gives him the gold medal in bench. Because he's over 200 kilos, so we have 5 spotters on the platform now, which keeps the lifter safe, but makes it a little bit difficult to see what's going on. So, next we have the 120 and 120 plus classes. Valentin Patru out first for 120. He is benching raw. He's elected not to wear a bench shirt, at least for this opening lift. He may put one on for his second, and he may not. I had some trouble locking out that left arm. Yes, I'm not sure whether that will be for the bar dipping or for lockout. Let's see what we can see from this side. Goes up. I'm not sure it dipped. Maybe it was for lockout. The blue card can represent either on bench press. But he'll get another couple of goes at that. So here's Rumantas Simokatis. In the 120 kilo class, he is also benching raw and opening at 145. Nice and easy.
Good lift for Rumantas Simokatis. Good lift for Lithuanian.
Rado Avram next.
From Romania, the bar is loading.
He had a difficult time on squats. He only got a squat in on his third attempt.
Avram Radoi, Romania.
Opening his bench at 155. Nice opener.
Good lift for Avram Radoi, Romania.
I'll be relieved to get his first lift on the board. Gets a nice touch.
Coming up next, Wim Wamsiger from Netherlands. The bar is loaded.
Here's Wim also in the 120 plus class. 170 on the bar, had to work for it. But it's a good lift.
A good lift for Rin. Rin Leipziger, Netherlands. Coming up next, Luciano
Otoyu up
Otoyu,
next
Romania,
from Romania
deadlifting 10 kilograms
with
on the
210.
bar. The bar is loaded for Romania's Lucian Otoyu.
Here he is. Took the silver on squat. His head is right off the bench.
Good lift for Lucian
Quite
Otoyu.
often, only the centre referee can actually see this, but his head was certainly off the bench, and that's what that red light will have been for.
The jury overrules no lift for
Yep, I
Lucian
thought so. The
Otoyu.
jury has overturned that good lift,
Lift out for
and that is a
Lucian
no
Otoyu.
lift for Otoyu
I repeat, no lift for
due
Lucian
to his head
Otoyu.
coming up. Here's Zoltan Kanat. Looking very strong today. Squatted 300, took the gold. Opening his bench at 220 kilos. Little bit of effort required, but a good lift.
For Zoltan Kanat, it's a good
And
lift.
gold medal position on bench.
Lifting up to
Got a nice touch.
200 kilos
Used
on
some
the
leg
bar.
drive.
220 kilograms on the bar. The bar is loaded.
Here we go now with Ronnie Anderson, also for 220. Clock is not yet ticking, so... And here we go, bars loaded. Five-man spot, as it's over 200 kilos. Getting a lot of resistance from the shirt, struggling to touch. That was... I think the main problem there was that he couldn't get the bar down to the touch. The shirt is resisting you all the while, and if you can't get a good touch,
Over the fence.
then you are not going to get a good press.
For
I'm not
Ronnie
sure if the
Otoyu,
bar
Romania.
ever did touch his chest. Can't tell from that angle. So maybe he will put more weight on, maybe he will release the shirt a little bit.
Romania, Valentin Pătru.
But we're now into round two. Here's Valentin Pătru. I think he came out raw for his first bench. Now, often you would come out raw for your first one to make sure of getting one in, but he actually failed it. So he's put a shirt on, put more weight on, and here we go. Oh, that's right, he couldn't bring his left arm up, could he? Now he rolled that down, and he's... Oh, he's done it! He's locked out his left arm. So what do the referees think? No.
For Valentin Pătru.
Let's see if we can figure that out on the replay.
Bar for Rădoi
Seem to
Romania.
be right up against a referee, so I can't see his feet, but they do appear to be moving.
Kilograms on the bar.
Yeah, I think his feet moved quite a long way. So he is in trouble now. Avram for 160. Nicely judged second attempt. He's in silver medal position as two lifters in his class have not made a bench yet.
Picking up 175 kilograms on the bar for Wim Wemstiger, Netherlands.
Wim Wamsteker out next from the Netherlands.
The bar is
His job
loaded for
apparently is
Wim.
being a legend.
He comes from the Netherlands and succeeded 170 on his first attempt, going up at 175 now.
He is coming out for 175. He's only gone up 5 kilos. I remember he did a little dance with the squat bar. He's doing a little dance on the bench as well. Here we go. 175. Great bench.
Good release for Wim Wemstiger from the Netherlands. 175 kilograms.
So that puts him in gold medal position on bench for the moment.
The bar is loaded.
Simokatis for 185. He's gone up 40 kilos.
185 after succeeding 145 on his first attempt. Stick with big equal weight, 40 kilograms
I
plus.
think he also came out and benched raw. He's late to the platform, so maybe this meant he had difficulty getting into his bench shirt. It is a risky strategy if you bench raw first. Quite a small group. You've got to get into that shirt, get it into position correctly. You don't get the opportunity to do a bench in it before you come out to the platform. It's not uncommon, but I would not like to be in that position. Anyway, here we go, 185. There was a lot of movement on the bench there. It's a real problem. Bench shirts are really sensitive to whether you've put a bit of weight on, if you're a bit dehydrated. So if you don't get the opportunity to do a couple of benches in your shirt and get the adjustment just right, it's a risky game. But he's on the board anyway. However, I'll tell you, is not 210 kilos for the second time of asking. He needs this to stay in the competition. Well, that looked good from our angle. 2-1 is a good lift. He's in the game. Can't really see a huge amount of what went on. But of course, the most important thing is to keep the lifter safe. Ronnie Anderson.
Ronnie Anderson, Norway.
Failed this for his opener, coming out for the same weight at 220.
The bar is loaded. Ronnie Anderson. No lift at 220 in his first attempt. Here he goes again, trying for 220. Ronnie Anderson.
If he makes this, this will take him into gold medal position on bench. but he needs to make the lift. Controlling the descent, fighting the resistance from the shirt. Still having trouble getting the touch. That was a press of 3 parts, really. 2-1, a good lift. One of the referees thought there was an issue with the bar dipping, and it certainly moved in 3 different sections. See, he's really struggling to get the touch there. Really having to pull down. If there was downward movement, it was tiny. At any rate, that was a good lift. And now we have Zoltan Kanat. Already in gold medal position in bench. He has looked very strong today. 4 red plates on the bar, 225. Good lift, 2-1. Oh, his head came up. Which will be what the red light was from the centre referee. And into the 3rd round of bench, we still have 2 lifters who are yet to put anything up on the board. They do say that you're not a true equipped lifter until you've bombed, but it's not anything anyone actually wants to do. Valentin Patru seems to be having a lot of trouble with his left arm. Just really struggling to lock it out. Hey, that left arm just won't go. That's a real shame. He can't now make a total. He took the silver medal in squat, but he won't be able to take any overall places. Clearly dealing with some kind of issue with his left arm or shoulder. Avram next for 165. Oh, and that's a fight. He pushed through though. And got a good lift. Great attempt selection there. Right on the limit of his strength. Gives him the bronze medal on bench. And now here comes Wim. He's asked for 177.5. Modest increase from his second. He has the silver medal on bench. That's safe. And again, had to really work for that final bit of lockout. Coaches really understanding their lifters here. Putting exactly the right amount on the bar. 210 next for Simakatis. He came out for 145, I think, raw. Failed 185 in a shirt, and he's now put 210 on. I wonder if he was attempting to take the fight to the Romanian lifter, who still needs to get a bench in. This is a big jump. 25 kilos from his second. He doesn't look... No. That didn't look great all the way down. I think that was just too heavy today. He is on the board, though. Leaves him with a best of 145. He just struggled to control that weight. And I think once it came down, he just had nothing at all. So, now, Otoyu from Romania. This is his third attempt at this weight. So, this will put him into silver medal position on bench, or take him out of the competition completely if he fails it. Huge amount of pressure. Well, he made the press. 2-1, he's on the board. Brilliant. So that's a silver medal in bench for him. That's a huge relief. Ronnie Anderson, 225. He's already got the bench gold. But he's only just ahead of Wim, so he'd like to just extend that lead a little bit. And can he do it? Oh, I just can't quite lock it out. His head came up on the descent anyway, so I don't think he was going to get that. Valiant attempt leaves him with 220 and the gold medal on bench. That was a real fight. Here's Zoltan. 230 kilos. This is his last year in the M2s. He'll be in M3 next year. And he's pushing through it. Did he lock out his right arm? He did. Fantastic. 3 white lights and a good lift for Zoltan. That is the gold medal in bench to go with his gold medal in squat. Very impressive lifting from a masters lifter at the top of their age category. Okay, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes for deadlift. Welcome back to the World Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped Championships. We are here in Romania and we're here all week. This is day 3 and we have the Masters 2 men on the platform at the moment. We'd like to thank our sponsors Eleiko, manufacturers of the best platform equipment in the world, and SBD, the supportive equipment and apparel manufacturer relied on by world-class strength athletes. We've had some exciting lifting here today. We had some junior and sub-junior men in the morning, and we've had the Masters 2 classes this afternoon. Group 1 is the 66, 74, 83, 93 and 105 kilo classes, and then we'll go into Group 2 with the 120 and 120 plus. First up, we have Vidmantas Baublis from Lithuania. He's going to open his deadlift at 150. We're just going to load the bar for him. He's had a great day so far with 6 out of 6 good lifts. Took the silver medal on squat, took the gold on bench. I think he's a little bit too far behind Pete Paul to catch him for the overall, but let's see what he can do. That looked very easy. And here comes Pete now. He's going to respond with 180 kilos. If he makes this lift, this should push him out far enough in the overall competition to take the win. And that looked good. That puts him 40 kilos ahead now, and realistically, the Lithuanian lifter is going to really struggle to catch him. Morten Sorig next, from Denmark. He's in the 105 kilo class. Opening with 200 kilos. Nice. Fast off the floor. Faster lockout. Needs to be careful, his right arm looked to be unlocked. Puts a lot of strain on the bicep. Here comes Lewis Knoppers. He's the only lifter in the 66 kilo class, so he just needs to make this deadlift and he'll be world champion. Deadlifting raw. As a conventional deadlifter, you don't get too much out of a deadlift suit. Of course, Lewis competes both raw and equipped. So there we go. Lewis Knoppers is the 2021 66 kilo M2 world champion. Alimbek Rakimov next.
Rakimov, Kyrgyzstan.
He is the only lifter in the 83 kilo class. Coming out for 240.
The bar is loaded for Alimbek Rakimov, Kyrgyzstan. 240 kilograms.
Wide stance sumo. Nice and steady.
Good lift for Alimbek.
That gives him the gold medal and the world title.
Already
Hasachik Vladan
55 kilos for Hasechik Vladan, Serbia.
had some drama on bench, only got one in on his third attempt. Hopefully he has got over the stress and he's coming out for 245. He's in the 105 kilo class.
Hasechik Vladan, Serbia.
I don't think anyone can catch Marioshner now in this class, but there is a close battle for third place with Sorig. First, he needs to make his lift. There we go. Three white lights and a good lift. That puts him into the gold medal position for the moment. Not everyone in his class has lifted yet, but he is in gold medal position on deadlift and the silver medal position overall. However, he's only 2.5 kilos ahead of Sorig. And I can see Sorig has put a big increase on for his second deadlift. So,
Hansen, Denmark.
Kim Hansen from Denmark, 255. Kim is the only 93 kilo lifter. Looked good. Not super easy,
Hansen, good lift. Denmark. 255 kilograms.
but that's a good lift.
160 kilograms on the bar for Marioshner, Germany. The bar is loaded.
Next up, we have Marioshner, who has led the pack all the way through this competition. Took the gold on squat, took the gold on bench, and he is opening the heaviest on deadlift. So as long as he makes this lift, I can't see anyone having any chance of catching him. He will be nearly 50 kilos ahead.
Marioshner, good lift.
Good lift.
55 kilograms.
Good lift. So I think Mario is going home with a whole chest full of gold medals there.
Denmark now at 176
Into the second round,
for
Vidmantas Baublis for 160.
Lithuania. The bar is loaded for Vidmantas Paulis, Lithuania. 160 kilograms.
Looks good.
And good lift for Vidmantas Paulis, Lithuania. Picking up
Pete Pal next. He's put 20 kilos on his opener. Looking for 200 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
Nice pull.
Good lift for Pete from Estonia, 200 kilograms.
Pushes his lead out even further. Oh, interesting. I can see a world record attempt coming up. However, first we have Sorig. Now, Sorig is fighting for the overall silver. He opened at 200. He's coming out for 230. This won't quite move him up, but it will keep him in the fight. No, it won't. It was a big jump. He looks like he's not happy. We'll see what he decides to do for the third. Just looked too heavy. But here we go. Here's Lewis Knoppers. He's going for the World M2 deadlift record. It must be the deadlift record because you can't put an increment on for a total record.
Lewis Knoppers.
245.5. Anytime you see a weight that isn't a multiple of 2.5, it has to be a record.
The bar is loaded, 245.5.
Although this is a standard, so he could have taken 245. You don't have to beat the standard, you just have to meet it. However, he's only recently come up to the M2 class. So he's only just getting opportunity to look at the M2 records. World record on the bar. Here we go. And that looks good to me. And that's the easiest world record we've seen all day.
Canada, 245.5 kilograms.
Distinctive style, sits right down and then pulls. Brilliant. New world record for Lewis Knoppers of Canada.
The bar is loaded.
Okay, so this is Vladan from Serbia in the 105s. He's looking for 255. He is in silver medal position in deadlift. He is in silver medal position overall. He is under quite a lot of pressure from Sorig for the overall place. But I think he's just pulled out a decent lead. 2-1. But I think he will be hard to catch now.
260 kilograms on the bar.
Good pull. Rakimov next from Kyrgyzstan in the 83s. He has taken a 20 kilo jump and he's coming out for 260.
260 kilograms.
Good lift for Alimbeck.
250 kilograms. Moving on, 272.5 kilograms.
And now we have Marioshner,
Marioshner.
who has been absolutely dominant in the 105 kilo class.
The bar is loaded for Germany's Marioshner. 272.5 kilograms.
272.5 kilos. Looks good. And that's a good lift.
272.5 kilograms. Moving up, Hansen from Denmark tries 277.5.
Kim Hansen next for 277.5.
The bar is loaded for Hansen, Denmark.
Makes absolutely maximum use of all his time on the platform. Good lift.
Hansen, Denmark, 277.5 kilograms. Going to the third attempt of deadlift, 170 kilograms on the bar.
And we are into round 3. We are about to crown some world champions. Vidmantas Baublis first, 170. He took the gold medal on bench, but he can't catch Pete Parle for the overall.
For Vidmantas Baublis to train. His final attempt of the day. Good lift for Baublis to train, 170.
Good lift. And that is 9 good lifts. He's gone 9 for 9. That's phenomenal in an internationally equipped competition. Here's Pete.
The bar is loaded for Paul, Estonia, 250 kilograms.
Looking for 215, 215 kilos. And it's a fight, but a fight that he has won. Good lift, gold medal on deadlift. And our new M2 74 kilo world champion. Now here we get into the fight in the 105s. Norton Surrey would like to move up to second place. I'm not sure this will quite do it though. It won't. It won't. 237.5. And it looks like he's not coming out. He's left the weight on the bar. He's left his attempt in order to give his fellow competitors the extra time to recover. That is considered to be the polite and fair thing to do. If 3 people in a small group scratch, then it means you've got a very short time indeed to recover to come out for your next lift. Okay, so that means it will be Lewis Knoppers out next, and he's put 255.5 on for his next deadlift. He took the M2 world record with his second deadlift. Now he's looking to put 10 kilos on it. The significance of the 255.5 escapes me. It won't give him a total record, but it may be that this is a national record he's going for. It may be the national, the Canadian Open deadlift record, or it may be some other personal target that he's looking for. The centre referee is asking for the record discs to be put on. 1/4 kilo discs, there we go. And now we are ready to go. He's already pulled 1 world record today. He's going for another. 255.5 kilos. Deadlifting raw. Here we go. Rolls the bar towards him. Sets up. Dips right down and pulls. It's going. And that was very easy. 3 white lights and an awesome pull from Lewis Knoppers, although I hope he hasn't actually hurt himself. Hopefully that's just cramp or something minor. 2 deadlift world records in the M2 66 kilo class and the world title. Great lifting from Lewis. Hasicic Vladan next from Serbia. Coming out for 260 kilos. He has the silver medal in deadlift. He has the silver medal overall. Those positions won't change now. Difficult. Oh, you know, I thought he so nearly had that. I thought he'd made the pull. Didn't quite make it. Made it all the way through. Bit of a grind, but it was nearly at lockout and he just couldn't do it. Rakimov next. Taking 20 kilo jumps on his deadlift. No sign of him though. So, oh no, here he is. Opened at 240, jumped to 260, and now he's jumped to 280. Oh, the weight just came forward a little bit, which made it so much harder for him. But I think he's got it. And he has 2-1. A good lift.
Moving on for Marioshner, Germany,
There goes Rakimov,
180 kilograms on the bar.
83 kilo M2 world champion. And here we have Marioshner coming out for 280 kilos. I think we had a last minute change. I think he had 300 lined up. But it's down to 280. You're allowed 2 changes to your third deadlift attempt. You can't change any of the others. Ah, okay. So there is a 1 1/4. Come on, Mario, step off the platform now. Okay, now we have 280 on the bar and not 281.25. Hopefully that hasn't thrown him off too much. And it looks like it hasn't put him off at all. 300 kilos and he's delighted. Marioshner, 105 kilo M2 world champion.
290 kilograms on the bar now for Denmark's Hansen.
Now we have Kim Hansen for 290.
Bar is loaded for Hansen, Denmark.
Here he is. Didn't really get any speed off the floor there, couldn't keep it moving. Nevertheless, he is the 93 kilo M2 world champion. Not too bad a place to be. So we're just going to clean the platform up a little bit. There's a lot of talc and there's a lot of chalk about the place. So here are the standings for the 120 kilo class and the super heavyweight 120 plus. These are the last deadlifts of the day. Radoy Avram is going to set us off with 160. He's guaranteed a bronze medal now that Patru did not manage to make a bench. Seemed to be struggling with shoulder issue.
Now for Radoy Avram, Romania, 160 kilograms. The bar is loaded.
Nice and easy. Just making sure he's got a total in there. I think he'll go up quite a bit from there. Simakatis from Lithuania.
180 kilograms on the bar.
Third placed man in the 120s. I think the placings in this class are pretty much set as long as everyone gets a deadlift in. 180 on the bar. Good lift. And that gives him the bronze medal in the overall class. 200 kilos now for Otoyu. Gave us all a bit of a panic on bench. Managed to get his bench in on the third attempt though. That looked very easy. Good lift. He will be looking at a silver medal. Valentin Patru. Coming out for 225. We're really looking forward to the battle with Patru and Wamsteker. But that looks like it's not to be now. For red plates, 225. Gave him no trouble. And here's Wim for 240. The legend that is Wim Wamsteker. Nice and easy. And a good lift. Next up, we have Zoltan Kanat for 250. If he makes this lift, he's pretty certainly world champion. Not sure who he was giving a little wave to there, whether it's the referee or someone in the audience. Making sure he had the command right. 3 white lights, and he now has an unassailable 120 kilo lead in the World Championship title. Great lifting from him today, and he passes into the M3 class next year. Here's Ronnie Anderson with the biggest deadlift opener.
The bar is loaded for Ronnie Anderson.
Huge deadlift here. And that was lovely. That puts him a good 40 kilos clear of Wim.
Moving to the second series of attempts. Starting in the third Afghan, Romania, 180 kilograms on the bar.
We're into round 2 of deadlift. Ronnie Avram of Romania is going to come out for 180 kilos. That's a good lift for Avram.
Romania, 180 kilograms.
Rimantas Simokatis next, from Lithuania.
For Rimantas Simokatis, the bar is loaded.
200 kilos, this will move him up to deadlift silver.
The bar is loaded for Simokatis, Lithuania.
There we go. And that has indeed moved him up to deadlift silver. However, here comes Lucian Otoyo of Romania to respond with 222.5 and take that silver medal position back.
The bar is loaded for Lucian Otoyo.
Here he comes. Good lift and back to silver medal position.
22.5 kilograms. Moving on to Valentin Petru, 240 kilograms.
Valentin Petru from Romania, out next.
He comes from Romania.
Looking for 240 kilos.
For Valentin Petru.
And the deadlift silver. Wim already pulled 240. But Valentin is slightly lighter, 400 grams lighter. It's about a pound. Good lift and up to silver medal position.
Setting the bar now at 257.5 kilograms for Wim Leipziger.
Obviously can't challenge for the overall. Here's Wim to take that silver medal position back with a pull of 257.5.
The bar is loaded for Wim Leipziger, the Netherlands. 257.5 kilos.
Silver medal on the line for deadlift. Overall silver is assured now. Good lift. Seems happy with that.
Netherlands. Moving up to 270 kilograms for the bar for Zoltan Kanat, the Czech Republic.
Zoltan Kanat next for 270.
The bar is loaded for Zoltan Kanat.
Hips rose a little bit early, but he made the pull. Confirming with the referee again that he should put it down. He knows he's world champion. He knows he's got all the gold medals. He can have a little bit of fun and enjoy his competition now.
From Norway, 270 kilograms.
Ronnie Anderson, 270. He took the gold medal in squat. He took the gold medal in bench.
Ronnie Anderson, Norway,
He is currently in silver medal position on deadlift, but this will move him up to gold. He's a long way ahead in the overall competition though. He just wants to make sure he gets the full set. That looked very strong indeed.
good lift for Ronnie Anderson,
3 white lights and a good lift.
third and final
Back into gold medal position on deadlift.
right here in Ottawa, Romania. Setting the bar at 190 kilos for Anatoly Avram.
And we are into the third and final round of deadlifts.
The bar is loaded 190.
Zoltan Kanat leading the way in the 120s and Ronnie Anderson in the 120 plus. Here's Radoy Avram from Romania. Coming out for 190 kilos. Good lift and overall bronze medal for him. Mimantas Simakatis from Lithuania. He's coming out for 225 in an attempt to take the deadlift silver. He is placed in the bronze medal position overall in the 120s. This will move him up to silver. And it's a struggle. No, it's not quite there today. He's going to have to be happy with the bronze medal. Oh, I hope he's not hurt his back. Hopefully it's just a bit of cramp and it will be fine. Yeah, hips rose a bit early and wish him well. Hope he hasn't actually hurt himself. Hopefully a hot bath will do the job. Luciano Toyu next for 227.5, £500. He has the deadlift silver. He has the overall silver. Those positions won't change. And that's a good lift. Valentin Patru next. He is going to attempt to take the silver deadlift medal away from Wim. That's a big jump to your third deadlift, 240 to 260. Let's see if he can do it. No, just a bit too heavy. It was worth a try. He will have to settle for the bronze medal in deadlift. Although he can't make a total, he can still take the individual lift medals. Wim Wamsteker from the Netherlands, 272.5. All the positions now are locked into place. I'm sorry, they're not. This will give him the deadlift gold. He can't move his overall position up, but he can try to snatch that deadlift gold away from Ronnie Anderson. Here we go. Opened at 240, took 257.5 for his second. This is 272.5 for the gold deadlift medal. It's going. It looks like he's got it. What do the referees think? He's celebrating. Is he celebrating too early? Good lift. And provisionally, the gold medal in deadlift for Wim Wamsteker.
Ronnie Anderson of Norway. But first, let's see Zoltan Kanat.
Zoltan Kanat. We've had a change. Yes, Ronnie Anderson's taken his attempt down to 272.5. He's responding to Wim's deadlift. And rather than the 280 he was going to have, he's going to do 272.5 and make sure he can take that gold deadlift medal back. He wants them all. He made the change. Anyone was called to the bar, so that's perfectly fine. The weight hasn't gone down, and he has a higher lot number than Wim, so he can make that change. And he's also lighter on body weight, so he makes the same lift. He will get the medal ahead of the heavier lifter.
72.5 should bring him the gold medal. So setting up the bar now for Ronnie Anderson. Last second change. The bar is loading.
Wait, we've had another change, maybe? No, here's Ronnie Anderson for 272.5. That's the weight that's loaded. That's right. Yeah. Okay, a little bit of confusion there, but we've got the right lifter and the right weight for the right attempt. This is to take back the deadlift gold. $270 didn't give him too much trouble. On his second, he was going to take 280. There we go. A good lift, gold in every lift, and the World Championship title in the super heavyweight M2 class. Ronnie Anderson. Okay, for the last deadlift of the day, we have the very impressive Zoltan Kanat in his last year as an M2. Absolutely dominating his class, taking the gold medal on squat, the gold medal on bench, and the gold medal on deadlift to give him the world title. He is coming out now for 282.5 kilos.
Showing off a display of force right here in Romania. The World Sub-Junior, Junior and Master Equipped Powerlifting Championships. Zoltan Kanat.
Last pull of the day. Can he do it? It's going. I think he can. He's asking again for the referee to confirm he should put it down. 2-1. That's a good lift for Zoltan Kanat, the 120 kilo M2 world champion. What a great day's lifting we have. My name's Jo Whiteley. It's been my pleasure to talk you through the lifting today. Please do stick around for the medal ceremony, which is coming up in just a few minutes. And we are back tomorrow for the 83 and 93 kilo junior and sub-junior men. That's at 10 a.m. local time. And we will see you then.
First up, every one of our lifters shall receive medal for participation on this great event hosted by Ronnie.
What we need 3 people. For what we need 3 people. No, I say you use the Not so. Oh, I go, not necessary. He's the left.
Let's give a hand to all our lifters. And let's begin offering the medals. Starting with 66 kilograms masters 2 squat, the gold medal goes to Knoppers from Canada. The bench press gold medal goes to Knoppers, Canada. And of course, deadlift goes to Knoppers, Canada, gold medal. For the totals, Knoppers from Canada, and let us rise for the national anthem of Canada. Thank you, Canada. Congratulations, Knoppers. Moving on to 74 kilograms masters 2 squats. And the second place goes to Lithuania Vidmantas Boblis. And the gold gets in Eston for Pete Paul. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press, Estonia, Pete Paul on the second place. And Vidmantas Boblis from Lithuania, the golden medal. Thank you very much. Moving on to deadlift from Lithuania, Vidmantas Boblis on the second place. And Pefpol from Estonia on the first place with the gold medal. The same position as our captain on deadlift. And for total, Vidmantas Boblis from Lithuania on the second place. And from Estonia, Pefpol. That is rise for Estonia's national anthem. Congratulations, Pefpol, congratulations, Estonia. Moving on, 83 kilograms masters 2 from Kazakhstan, for Kyrgyzstan, Alimbek Rakimov. On the first place, and gold medal. He gets the gold medal for squats. And for bench press, please stay there. A golden medal for bench press also goes to Kyrgyzstan, Alimbek Rakimov. And also for deadlift, Kyrgyzstan wins the gold medal, Alimbek Rakimov. And for the total, let us rise and stand for Kyrgyzstan national anthem. Congratulations, Kyrgyzstan. Congratulations, Alimbek Rakimov. Moving on to 93 kilograms masters 2, the gold for squats goes to Kim Dahl Hansen from Denmark. Denmark also gets the gold medal for bench press. Congratulations, Kim Dahl Hansen. And another golden medal for deadlift to Kim Dahl Hansen, Denmark. The total golden medal goes to Denmark, and let us rise for the national anthem. Congratulations, Denmark. Good job, Kim Dahl Hansen. Great job. Moving on. 105 kilograms masters 2 for squats The third place goes in Denmark, Morten Soling. The silver medal goes to Serbia, Hashtag Vladan. And Germany gets the gold, Marioshner. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press. The third place goes to Serbia, Hasečík Vladan. The second place goes to Denmark, Morten Soling. And Marioshner takes the gold home to Germany. Thank you very much. Moving on to deadlift. The bronze goes to Morten Soling, Denmark. Silver straight to Serbia, Hasečík Vladan. And the gold goes in Germany, Marioshner. Thank you kindly. Moving on for the totals. The third place belongs to Morten Soling, Denmark. Vladan Hasečík from Serbia goes on the second place. And once again, the gold heads for Germany, Marioshner. Please rise for the national anthem of Germany. Congratulations, Germany. Great job, Marioshner. Moving on to 120 kilograms Masters 2. The third place goes in Lithuania to Rimantas Simokatis. The second place is brought in Romania by Lucian Oțoiu. And the first place goes to the Czech Republic, Zoltán Kanát. Thank you very much. Not much changes on the bench press competition. Lithuania gets the third place to the Czech Republic, Zoltan Kanak. Thank you very much. Pretty much the same thing on deadlift. Lithuania takes the third place to Rimantas Simokratis. Lucian Oțoiu brings silver to Romania. And Zoltan Kanak takes the gold to the Czech Republic. You should remain as you are for the total. The third place goes to Lithuania, Rimantas Simokratis. Silver to Romania, Lucian Oțoiu. And gold to the Czech Republic, Zoltan Kanak. Let us rise for the Czech Republic national anthem. Well done, Zoltan Kanak. Congratulations to the Czech Republic. Moving on, 120 plus kilograms masters to squats. The third place goes in Netherlands, Wim Wamstiger. The silver stays in Romania, Valentin Pădru. And Ronnie Anderson takes the gold to Norway. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press. Romania to Avar Rădoi takes the third place. Bronze for Avar Rădoi. The second place goes to Netherlands, Wim Wamstiger. And the gold goes to Ronnie Anderson, Norway. Thank you very much. For the deadlift competition, Romania takes the third place through Valentin Pădru. Bronze for Romania. The Netherlands take the silver, Wim Wamstiger. And the gold heads for Norway, Ronnie Anderson. Heading for the totals. And speaker from the Netherlands heads for the second place. And Ronnie Anderson heads for the highest step, Norway. It's to go.